Thank you, Allison, and I also want to thank Al Stosky, who has been a great leading light in helping us to craft and begin to understand our role in a lot of this. Again, I want to welcome you all again, and I want to repeat one thing. Charlie, I'm going to miss you. I'm going to miss your spirit. I'm going to miss your heart. I'm going to miss your, I'm really going to miss the amount of money you raised for UULMNJ. But you know I love you, and even though you may not be here physically, your presence will always be felt with UULMNJ. So I'm here to give the Executive Director's Report. In your packet, you will see a rather lengthy report. I'm not going to go over that. I hope you will take some time to look at all the activities and accomplishments that we've tried to have over the last year. We're an evolving organization. We're evolving in program, and we are evolving in complexity. So I'm just going to highlight a few things. One of the things that in your packet is a statement on our position on marijuana laws. Now, as you heard Allison, racism is a very important concern that we have here with UULMNJ, and something that we are trying to address. One of the ways that we are trying to address it is through the new Jim Crow, ending the new Jim Crow task force. And over a series of discussions over the year, we decided that perhaps we need to move one step bolder. And sort of instead of following what legislation is in place, maybe being leaders and being bold leaders as a faith community and calling for the taxation and regulation of marijuana. This isn't new to us. In 1970, the UUA passed a position statement calling for legalization. But what we now know is that marijuana is helpful in medical situations, many medical situations. And we also know the devastation of the lives, often people of color, who end up incarcerated because of minor drug offenses. Far more than what happens in the white population. I live in Hunterdon County. If any of you know Hunterdon County, it is not the most diverse place in the world, and it is not the most progressive place in the world, and I'm looking to move when we retire. But I found a very interesting statistic. It's in your packets, and that in Hunterdon County, and my kids went to Hunterdon County. I know what the schools are like. We know what, 351 people, white folks, were arrested as a result of marijuana use. 1,561 people of color were arrested in the same time period. Now, if you know Hunterdon County, they had to import people to do this. I don't know how. So it's just a great illustration of the kind of racism that is happening within the police system. And that if you're wealthy, or if you're white, or if you have money to get out of these issues, it's no problem. But if you are forced into the court system and you don't have the resources, you can end up being incarcerated. And that is ruining lives. So our position is that the current laws are much more detrimental to people's lives in terms of their education, their family, their future, than regulating and taxating the substance. Now, here's the issue. The issue is that this is pretty controversial, and we don't know how the congregations are feeling. Attached to that statement is a number of handouts on the actual factual information about this put out by the Drug Policy Alliance. We want you to go back and have conversations in your congregation. UULMNJ needs our congregations behind us as we move boldly. And so we need you to have these conversations, educational conversations. Talk about this. Help people understand why we would take this. We are not condoning drug use. That's not what this is about. This is an issue of compassion, and it's an issue of justice. So we hope that you'll help us with this. If you need us to come in and help lead some of those discussions, we'll be happy to do that. Some other things I would like to highlight. This year we had the very first music festival, which had 206 people participating and coming, 6 choirs and 98 performers. They raised their voices for UULMNJ, and they raised our spirits as well. It was at Morristown this year, and if anybody there who attended it was just wonderful. We were singing, and it was just brought me to tears, literally brought me to tears. It also raised about $6,000 for us, and it was the first time ever that our choirs all came together for the first UU statewide chorus. It was such a success that it is scheduled again. The date is in your packet. Please tell everybody about it. It's a wonderful day to come together and just raise our voices and our spirits together. Francis mentioned our UU Your Voice videos. These are actually aired on the Princeton television station. There's another flyer in your packet that tells you the YouTube links on our YouTube channel. We have a YouTube channel, it's UULMNJ YouTube channel. And you can download those half-hour programs. They involve some of the leading experts in these issues that have come together and spent half-hour programs, and there are also little study guides that go with that. This is designed to help educate congregations about the issues we're working on. We would like to move beyond just the social justice committees of the congregations, but move into the general population. So this is designed that you can do a forum on Sunday. You could even put together a 5-part series. We're continuing to work on new videos as we go along. They're a nice hour program. We can come in and even run them for you if you would like. But it really encourages wonderful information, very factual and very helpful. So I encourage you to take advantage of those. Now, we have 2 other things that are emerging, and one that we started last year was the legal advocacy program, and I'd like to invite Gary Nissenbaum to come forward and give us a little update on what's happening.